It's Saturday morning. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm going to try to get this camera zoomed in to where we can search some coins. And we're going to be off to the races. Hope everyone else is having a great Saturday morning. I'm alive, so I'm just glad to be here. Hopefully we can find something good today. I'll be honest with you, these coin roll hunts lately have not developed anything good. So we just keep searching and we keep hoping to find something good. Meanwhile, I'm glad to see that we already got 2 thumbs up. We don't got anybody in chat, but 2 thumbs up is a plus. Hope everyone else is having a good Saturday morning. I'm still trying to get my senses about me, so I understand if you are too. Meanwhile, this chat, if you don't move, don't blame me. If you're new to YouTube and you're from the Whatnot community, just speak up. You can type in the chat. No one here will bite you, and I'll talk you through it, I promise. All right, y'all. First roll, $50. We have yet to find any of the new ones in circulation, even though maybe today's the day, because some of these look like they look tricky. I don't see any edges. I don't see any silver for sure, but let's look. Let's see what we got. As soon as I can find the spot that these should be under. As soon as I can, yeah. As soon as I can kind of get it where it needs to be, I guess, is the right word for it. Let's see, where do you need to be, camera? Right there. 2023, not what we want. I'm trying to make it even bigger. It don't want to get any bigger. It says it ain't going to. It doesn't care what I want, folks. It don't want to get any bigger. All right, 2023. And it's looking like most of these are going to be 24s. 24. We don't have any of the new ones that don't look like. Now the question is, can we find silver? Meanwhile, my dump bank don't want me dumping dollars anymore. So I've got a trick for them. I got this nifty bag that came from the bank where MJ went and got change at. And I'm going to fill it up with $10 and I'm going to take it to my bank. Always remember there's more than one way to skin a cat. Speaking of multiple ways to skin a cat, I have been encouraging some Whatnotters, and I believe they're going to be joining the YouTube community soon. And some of them have some really good content, and they have some really good items. So they've done really well on Whatnot, and I think it's time that they, maybe get to know some of you all in the YouTube community. So I'm looking forward to that for real. Here's this bag for the $50. It's important to have the bag for the $50, apparently. All right. How about this? I'm going to knock out some $50, and then we'll just do quarters, nickels, and dimes. That way I don't have to worry about getting these mixed up. And maybe we'll get lucky and strike silver first thing this morning. That'd be awesome. Boom. I don't see any silver in that one. No silver edges. Oh well. See if we got anything in here. It's not silver. Could always happen. 2002. 2024. 71. Ugly. 83. Hey, if y'all are talking, then I can't see the chat moving, so I apologize. But I hope everyone's having a great day. Look, everybody disappears. Don't get scared just because I notice you're in here. I would be more scared about the fact that YouTube told me that the only way I can get rid of you lurkers that don't actually come to the channel anymore is to block you or to hide you. So I have a feeling that there's going to be a few of you that's going to be like, why can't I find him anymore? It's probably because, well, I've decided that the people that don't support this channel don't need them as subscribers. So I plan on blocking a lot of people. So if you're new to YouTube, know that that's not you. If you're old to YouTube and your account's not active anymore, or, well, you're not just active in my chat anymore, believe this, I Googled and I contacted YouTube about how to take care of it, and the only way I can take care of it is to block you. So I'm about to go through, and like Santa Claus, I'm making a list and I'm checking it twice. So if you haven't been active and you haven't been nice, I'm about to block you. Right, Furry? Ask Furry. She helped do some of the research for me. How are you doing today, Furry? I'm real serious about it because I think it's bogus to have this many subscribers, even though I worked my ass off for it for years. Let's face it, they don't support, they don't show up to the streams, they don't even leave comments or hit thumbs up on the videos. So why do I need them? What's up, Furry? Okay, so far, well, we gotta turn it into a great day, girl. See, algorithms are real. And if you have, thousands of people subscribe to you, but not a handful showing up to your shows, then that actually hurts your algorithm. So unlike the uneducated people that keeps thousands of subscribers, but only has 10 people in their chat that ain't been smart enough to figure that out, this guy knows that and has figured it out. So we're about to be cleaning the slate. Because I think it's unfair to the new subscribers that the old subscribers slow the channel down. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's a fact. That's just the way it is. No. Meanwhile, if you are new to YouTube, which I've got a lot of new people from Whatnot interested in YouTube because, well, Whatnot's trying to do away with the will and with the other fun things that they do, so I get it. You know me, I'm not a quitter, I'm just an adapter, so I'm adapting to the new rules, but I've always been one that's got their hands in multiple projects at the same time, and that's what I suggest everyone to do if they're trying to grow. Centennial, we'll save that. Centennials, we're about to use a bunch of those in the next couple of weeks in games on Whatnot, just because We're going to finish out the wheel with the thunder. Meanwhile, I'm somebody that's not ever even took interest in learning how to do the brakes because, well, I would rather y'all see your items than be bidding on something that's invisible, literally. Meanwhile, I also want to give a big shout out to the other YouTubers that came to the coin show last weekend. Man, you guys rock. I was glad to see some familiar faces. And yeah, it was a good show. We had a good coin show last weekend. That's for sure. It was fun. $60.96. I thought it said 69. It was upside down. It could have been a 69, but it was upside down and backwards. 24. 84. That 84 looks like, boy, that 84 looked proofy, but it's not proofy. It's just shined up a lot. Alright, one more rolls of halves down. One more rolls of halves to go. Good luck. These $50, I can't believe we ain't put anything in them in weeks, but it's kind of how it goes. It sure hasn't gave us not even one of the new ones. I think we can get just one new one or something. Maybe at least some 2025. Hey Cynthia, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm above ground. I'm doing all right. How are you doing today? Trying to find some cool coins. I seen the video of Tim, his graduation medal. That was pretty awesome. Pretty proud of him. Glad he's doing well. Well, I'm glad that you're here. Y'all get to see my hands. No. Showed myself the other day at the hospital, looking my greatest. No. Not looking my greatest, but still, yeah. Oh, well, don't thank me. You're the one that's been the mom that's got him through school, got him through life, so. I'm glad to be doing a coin roll hunt. Every once in a while, you got to get back to. Every once in a while, you got to get back to YouTube, right? All right, y'all. Let's see what we got in this roll of dimes. I haven't found a silver diamond forever in the wild. Pretty sure they. I'm so proud to be Tim's mom. I'm sure you are. I mean, that's kind of your gig in life. You did a good job. And none of these are silver, and none of them are 2026s. Eventually, I will find. Eventually, I'll get everything unpacked from the shop. Miss Furry, she says, "How you doing?" Furry says she'd living the dream in Antarctica. It's cold where Furry lives. I can imagine it's like Antarctica. It seems like it's always snowing there. No. I couldn't imagine living where it snows so much. I'd be frozen to death. Look at there. I don't know. She's not in the chat. I'm guessing she's probably busy doing life. I don't know. She's trying to figure out if she can be one of the ones that gets blocked, because that's what I'm doing with people that's not active in the chat. It's 56 degrees today. So Miss Cynthia, I've been trying to figure out, and Miss Furry's been trying to figure out this. I think it's crazy to have umpteen subscribers and not have anybody active in your chat. So looking into things, it actually hurts your algorithm to have a bunch of subscribers and not have them active. So I've been trying to figure out how to get rid of them. Have you ever heard of anybody trying to get rid of their subs? That's what I'm trying to do. It's a lot of coins. It is, I'm telling you. A lot of coins. None of them were worth saving. But there's a bunch more. We're going to search a bunch of them. Dimes, nickels, quarters. We just did $50. So now we're going to do nickels and dimes. See, now, if YouTube was more like Whatnot, you can flush your channel on Whatnot. Like I did that already twice, and I did it again over the weekend. Now, if you go to my Whatnot channel, you'll notice I'm only following like 300 and some people. Actually, YouTube told me they couldn't take them out either, because my channel's been established so long that they've established my subs as normal subs. None of them are bots. So they won't take them away. I've already asked them to. Yep. They told me the only way I can get rid of them is to hide them or to block them. Because none of mine are bots. They all were active accounts at one time. But I can do it by blocking them and hiding them. Yep. So I'm going through like Santa Claus. I'm making a list and I'm checking it twice. And people that's not been active and people that don't support, I'm just going to start blocking and banning. They will be your subs forever unless the people who sub you will unsub you. Exactly. Well, I've been trying to make it a point for them to do that, Cynthia. I wish they would. They don't come to the channel. They don't support us. That if I block them, then maybe they'll unsub. Once they try to click on and figure out they can't, they'll be like, oh, maybe that'll encourage them to unsub. You know what I mean? It's my thoughts. Somehow I got to get out. Somehow I got to take out the trash. I got to cut the grass. You know what I mean? Cutting the grass means if I don't see them active in this chat, then when I go through, they're probably going to be some of the ones that get blocked. That's the only way you can get rid of them, is to block them or hide them. At least that's what Whatnot says. That's what what YouTube says. That's what it says when you Google. But I would definitely encourage that any of the losers that come in and watch this video later that know who I'm talking about, you all should just unsub. You can believe this. I have unsubbed you already. So I don't know why you would say sub to me when I'm not sub to you anymore. So there you go. Food for thought. There's only a handful of people I'm interested in saying sub to, and those are the ones that's in this chat currently. Copper Out Coin, sometimes I drop in and see some of his show. Of course, there's the other gentleman that does the coin roll hunts that right now my brain won't think of his name, that I'm always showing off his stuff over on YouTube. Really great guy. Him and his wife. Them I support in the YouTube community and a few others. Other than that, none of the rest of them do I go to their channels. So none of the rest of them do I need to be subbed to, nor do I need them to be subbed to me. For one, this is a channel that we use to do content on coins, precious metals, and selling coins. They're not customers. I don't trust them to do business with them. Like, I would not do business with most of them. So, yeah, they don't need to be subscribed to this channel. You know what I mean? Like, they're not buyers. They're not anybody I would ever buy from. They're not people I would sell to. So, yeah. And if they're interested in the content, then they'll leave comments after the video, especially when in the video that they're instructed to leave comments after the video. You know what I mean? I don't watch Tupac. I don't even mention that name anymore, Cynthia. I don't talk about or support people that do not support me and have not been there for me. See, that cat was just as fake as the rest of them at the end of shit. Believe this. Once you get, here's what everybody should do. You should get sick to the point to where you're dying and then find out who's really there for you. You know what I mean? That's been the reality that I've been living in for the last 2 years. So that's where that's at. So no, that cat is nothing to me. Matter of fact, you should retract that comment, Cynthia. I don't even want to see that name in my chat. Please and thank you. Well, you should know. Have you seen him around me at all? Have you seen any videos of me and him together? No. So if you would just please take his name out of my chat. There's Miss MJ. How you doing? She said, greetings, everyone. Good morning. How we doing today? See, you can believe this. And Cynthia used to know this. Cynthia used to tell me, she was like, you're a nice guy. That's why people like you. And I told Cynthia back then, I said, I'm really not a nice guy. I'm just a person, right? I'm just a guy. I can be nice when you treat me nice. But if you want to treat me like shit, I can promise you I'll be the worst taste you ever put in your mouth. You know what I mean? So that line was crossed a few years ago on YouTube, and I'm not one that forgets. You know what I mean? Since then, I've had a lot happen in life, and I've had really good people that stood by me in life. Miss MJ, Furry, different ones, Mad Cow, different people like that that's actually stayed in touch, been a part of things, that checked on me, that actually care, missing out, different ones. You know, there's been a few. But the rest of these cats, they're just fake, man. I think Jim Carrey said it best when he said, none of this is real. You know what I mean? I am the most real person that you have in this community. And you know what this community does not want is real. You got too many fakes in this community that does not appreciate real. I was on a surgery procedure 2 years ago. That's why I didn't know what happened in YouTube. Oh, well, that happened more than 2 years ago, I'm guessing. Actually, 2 years ago is whenever yeah. Anyways, it doesn't matter what happened. All that's in the past. The past is in the past, and that's where it's going to stay, is in the past. It has no room in my future. You hear me? The past is the past, and it has no room in my future, Miss Cynthia. The only things that belong in my mind that I have room for are things that have opportunities for the future. The past is over with. 2010 on that one, nothing good in there. Yeah, it don't matter. I would say it was probably not as much YouTube as it is just life. You know what I mean? Yep, what's important is today. Yesterday was a lesson. Today is a gift, and tomorrow is a hope. That's the reality of it. Meanwhile, I'm not going to waste my time hoping on things that ain't real or wishing for shit that don't come true. I'm too real for that. Is all in the past. That's why it's called X or past. Well, there you go. Could be. I just call it history. It's all history. life is like a book, right? And it kind of writes itself as you go, Cynthia. And there's been times that that person that you mentioned in my chat a while ago was ridiculed by hundreds of people, had everybody against him. And I'm one of the only people that stood up for him when everybody else was like, hey, you're crazy. The team I had going for me turned their back on me. That was part of the reason why, is because I stood by that gentleman, because I thought that I knew him, and I thought that, things were the way they were, and still feel like that, yeah, he made a mistake, but he stood true to what he made a mistake doing. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, them same people don't stand by you at all. You know what I mean? Yesterday by the Beatles. There you go. So, all this stuff nowadays is coming out about all these different things that's happening, man. Poor old Michael Jackson. I'll tell you what, I feel bad for that guy. Speaking of the Beatles, he owned the rights to the Beatles. He owned like most of the rights to all the music in the industry. Yeah. That's truly why they wanted him dead. They needed the rights to all the music. Meanwhile, they had me convinced during the late 80s and 90s the poor guy was a pedophile, to the point where I didn't even listen to his music. Now I have to feel bad because, well, he wasn't the weirdo. Harvey Weinstein and all the rest of them were. So there you go. Michael Jackson was right about it all. He was. He was definitely, look, I mean, he was a little strange, a little special in his own way, but because he was taken advantage of as a child, he was trying to help out them other kids in some strange way. He just had his own little weird way, but nonetheless, see, I still feel bad enough about it that even though the guy's dead, I still feel like I owe him an apology, right? Because when he was alive, I had decided that he was a chomo. And come to find out, the chomos were all just making him look like a chomo. All the rest of them were weirdos. You know what I mean? Whole group of them. Poor Michael Jackson just ended up being the bad guy. He was the scapegoat. See, I never thought I'd be saying that. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm the guy that my cousins collected Michael Jackson dolls during that time. Hey, I'll tell you this. Me and my cousin Chad, we cut the heads off the dolls. You know how much the Michael Jackson dolls would be worth right now? You know what I mean? See, that's the kind of mean shit I did when I was a kid because I didn't like Michael Jackson because I thought he was a weirdo. Now my cousins are probably like, oh my God, they destroyed every one of our dolls. And we did, because we all thought he was a weirdo. So Vanessa, Tressa, you know, well, they already knew. It was pretty obvious when we were kids that we destroyed their dolls. See y'all again. Go back to, oh man. All right, we'll go back to work. Don't work too hard. Better be practicing. Well, never mind. You speak like 13 languages. I was going to say you better be speaking your Japan. All right, we'll see you again next time. Bye. Hey, Saturday, we're going to be doing coin roll hunts a little more often to try to get back to it. Meanwhile, I've got a show set up for tonight on YouTube, possibly. I think we're going to start doing like $5 games. We did the 350 Thursday. Y'all slept through that shit. I see everybody else is big into these $6 games. It's still really $1 over spot too much. So I'm thinking we could do $5 spot games and everybody'd be happy, right? Miss Jessica. How's Miss Jessica Dumpster Girl doing? Good to see you, man. Miss Jessica's a busy lady, boy. I tell you what. Miss Jessica, you're going to be so busy now over in Whatnot World. I'm glad you get to stop in and visit every once in a while. I'm excited to see some people trying to actually take steps to grow, but at the same time, I'm laughing in my head watching them thinking, boy, you know how far they could have been in the last 2.5 years if they'd have just listened to me then. Sometimes people don't listen until it's almost too late. You know what I mean? Life is funny. I miss you Thursday. I was delivering. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm always, I get it. Everybody's always busy. People are going to be busy all the time. There's some people, they just don't ever come to the channel. Them are the people that I want to get rid of. Hey, Miss Jessica, you could help me out. You could help me with this mission I'm on. Are you still in here, Miss Jessica? I need some mission help here. Jeff, I did some short videos. Oh, I'm going to have to check them out. So, Miss Jessica, can you do me a favor? When you're in the resale community over there, even though I know that you know that some of those folks probably don't like to hear my name, I want you to do me this favor. And it's going to make some of them really happy. I want you to publicly announce in their chats that I want the ones that are not coming to my channel anymore to unsubscribe from me, please. If they don't unsubscribe from me and they're not showing up in my chat, I'm going to block them anyways. So it would probably do them better if you were to pass the word to them that I would appreciate them unsubscribing from me. Please and thank you. They don't come to the channel anyways. They don't want anything to do with me, and I want nothing to do with them. So I would appreciate it if they would just unsub before I have to block them all. Obviously, that doesn't include you because you're in the chat. You're a part of my life. I'm always glad to see you. You're always supportive. I think you're an amazing person. But I know you have the ability to spread that word along. I mean, I see you modding. I believe this. I lurk. You know what I mean? So you modding Miss Ella's and you modding these other channels where you can definitely put the word out there that I need them folks to unsubscribe from me. I've unsubscribed from most of them, so they don't follow my channel. They need not to be my subscribers. See, just like you should be doing the same thing. Miss Jessica makes videos all the time, y'all. I go over there and leave comments. Sometimes there ain't a handful of comments. Shame on everybody that she supports that doesn't take the time to come watch her videos or to leave a comment. Shame on them. Miss Jessica should stand her ground and unsubscribe all those people. That's what I'm doing because they do not support us. Fact. So, Miss Jessica, you can do me that favor and spread that word through, different channels. Mr. Cajun's, Miss Ella's, different places you go over there that I don't speak in chat as much anymore. You could just tell them, hey, Jeff's trying to, flush out his channel. If you're not, active in his channel anymore, he would appreciate it if you would unsubscribe from him before he has to block you. Yeah. Gonna eat, then head back at it. Get back to it, girl. You better eat some food. I haven't ate yet this morning. I thought about it, but then I decided no. Instead, I took a handful of medicine and called it good. I want to get back to making real content and having real customers and real people in my chat again, y'all. That's what this is about, for real. It's not about me just being a complete dick. Don't get it wrong. I am that. I am a complete ass. I can be, but it's more about, well, Miss Jessica, trust me, it's going to be less drama if you do it than when I pop into them chats and do it myself, because that's the next option. Either you or someone else spreads the word, or else I'm going to go into that chat and blow the whole fucking lid off of it. That's going to be drama. You know what I mean? So it'd be much easier for you or someone else that knows them to spread the word through them than for me to have to do it. That's going to make a scene. You know what I mean? This is me trying to do it the polite way. Okay? The other way is not going to be as nice. If I have to type into those chats and tell them people to unsubscribe to me, I'm not going to do it as nicely as I am right now. Okay? So this is me trying to be drama-free about it and just trying to get it out there that it needs to happen. What they're doing is they're hurting my channel. They're hurting my algorithm by being subscribers and not being active in the chats at all and not anything. And even YouTube says that. That's part of the thing. So I need to get rid of them. Whether or not that means me blocking all of them, which is going to cause some drama, or whether or not it means them just being told that, hey, you should unsubscribe because he's trying to clean out his channel. It hurts your channel to have umpteen subscribers that truly do not do anything for you. They do not leave comments. They do not hit thumbs up. They do not view your shows. That hurts your algorithm. Back when I was trying to get monetized and I worked my butt off to meet all these people and to get all these subscribers, well, then they were more active in my chat. Since then, things have moved on in their lives and they're not interested in our content anymore, and I'm good with that. But I need them to understand that I need them to go away. You know what I mean? I need them to not be interested in my content enough to unsubscribe. You know what I'm saying? They are not helping me, they are hurting me. So the only other way I can do it is to block them. Sometimes YouTube buries your content too. It does. It buries it because of the fact that it shows I've got 4,000 some subscribers, but yet I've got 4 people that are active in my chat and 6 people that's hit the thumbs up. Do you see how the numbers don't work? That's why Whatnot buries it. Miss Jessica, you have a great day and you keep making them awesome videos, young lady. I appreciate you pimping us out. And I hope you understand why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I appreciate your help because it does help. It needs to happen. And as far as YouTube not unsubbing people, they do, and them saying they don't, they are lying. Well, they unsub people eventually, but they're not unsubbing mine because I've had them so many years. Trust me. I mean, I've made what? This is the 2nd time I've been live, 3rd time I've been live talking about it. Even Miss Furry reached out and Googled it and sent me some information. I'm really serious about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not playing. If there was a way that I could get them to have unsubbed everybody, I probably would have. I would have went back to the rest of y'all that I like and that follow the channel, and I'd be like, hey, I unsubbed you. I need you to sub back if you want. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, I don't know how to make that work. But the only other option is this. I have a lot of whatnotters that are really interested in good content. I've got a lot of people on the streets that want to see good content on a YouTube channel. And I want to make the channel good for them. The only way to make it good for them is to get rid of the trash. Okay? So that's what we're doing. We're cleaning up the trash on this channel. And if that don't work, we're going to create another channel with the whatnot name. What that means for this channel, I don't know. We've put 7 years and something into this and getting to know people on this platform, on this channel. So I don't know. I don't know what that looks like, but I think that, you know what I mean? I think that things got to be changed. It's time for change. You know what I mean? That's the bottom line. It's time for a change. I'm going to fire up this joint and think about it while you all think about the change that I need to make. Meanwhile, if you got some more suggestions, I'm open for them. Fire away. There's some really good people on Whatnot. Miss Furry knows. She's been talking with one of them last night. She got in touch with one of them that are looking for other platforms to be selling on also. They're looking to grow. I'm looking to help them grow. I can't help them grow on a platform where we got 100 dead idiots. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm looking at every time I look at my channel. When I go into other streams and I see that even the big streams now are lucky when they get 60 at max or 40 at max or 35 on good days now. And that's because they wanted to mess around and find out if I couldn't take half of their people to Whatnot, and I did. So now I've got a whole new crew of people on Whatnot looking to come to YouTube. I want you all to make this a good place for them to be. A place for them to learn about coins, a place for them to be able to sell stuff to reliable buyers, a place for you all to be able to get good deals, a place where we can run you $5 games, $4 games, and you can actually get good prizes where you're not overpaying for shit all the time, okay? Some of these folks run really good auctions. They just want to sell it to you for $2 over melt. You know what I mean? They don't care the premium on it. They're just like me. They're dealers. They just got stuff they want to sell. Okay? So that's what we're going to get down to. We make some content. We had some fun on here. Plus, this is what we used to do. We used to do a lot of fundraisers for people that needed help and things like that. And then guess what we figured out? Those people, 90% of the time, are just after the money. So we're going to get back to spreading the word, you know, the good word, trying to keep people's spirits up and try to help people that actually need it. And the people that give are the people we're going to give to. We're done with the succubus. We're done with all the nonsense. You know, as Jim Carrey says, none of this is real, and I'm done playing the game. You know what I mean? I'm too real to play the game of the bullshit. Okay? My name is Jeff Crumpler, and that's just who I am. So the ones that don't like it should unsubscribe immediately. The ones that want good content, that want to learn about silver and gold, coins, numismatics of all kinds, they should stay subscribed. Those that want to play fun games at good prices and win awesome gifts, they should stay subscribed. Those of you that are just in here looking for handouts, some free shit, or a way to climb on someone's back to get somewhere for free, you better find someone else to climb on, because I'm not that person. All right, so now I'm going to fire up the safety meeting, take a few hits off this joint, and we're going to search some more coins. I hope everyone else is having a great day. Guess what? Here in Oklahoma, we got some cloud cover today, but it was fairly decently warm at like 7:15 this morning when I rolled out to work first thing. Yeah, I bet most of y'all didn't even know that. I picked up yet a second gig job that I do in the morning times before most of y'all even see daylight, probably. So this is what happens when you're sick and you have medical bills you got to pay and you can't figure out how to do anything else but pay medical bills and stay alive. You just work. You know what I mean? So part of that work is the coins I get to show you all and we get to play with. The other part of the work is, well, it's a whole different job. So okay, so we searched nickels last. We got 2 more rolls of quarters. Probably need a roll of quarters for the laundromat, so I'll save out quarters. And we can do another roll of dimes, and it looks like 2 rolls of nickels. I do have some rolls of cents. I don't know if I really want to search those right now. I know that I've had a lot going on, so I haven't made all the streams on Saturday mornings for the coin roll hunts, and I felt bad about that, but that needs to happen, right? Meanwhile, I want you all in the YouTube community to be like Miss Furry there, who over in Whatnot last night was trying to talk to some folks, and I know she's messaged them, and she's going to be messaging them on how to set up their YouTube channels. See, I know that there's people in the YouTube community that are good people. You folks can be welcoming to these people. They're new sellers to you. They're not new sellers to me. They've been selling on Whatnot. They're 5-star sellers. They got good ratings. They're good people. You know what I mean? Unlike some of these other cats that you've been buying from on Whatnot that really, on YouTube that really has no credibility at all. These people come with credibility, okay? All right. Next roll of coins. Let's do dimes, nickels. No, yeah. Okay, we'll do dimes, then we'll do quarter, nickel, so on and so forth. I'll do a roll of quarters last so I can take them to the laundromat with me tomorrow. Yay, laundry quarters. Gotta have those. Happy Saturday. Hey, it is Saturday. It might as well be a happy one. You shouldn't have a sad Saturday. That's not a good thing, right? No one wants a sad Saturday. I don't know what that'd be like. I guess that I don't miss going to the laundromat. You don't? Oh man. It's just part of my life. That's where we go do laundry at. They've got a laundromat in this apartment complex, but I'll be honest with you, and I don't care if some of the people that are following are my neighbors. They should know that my ass is not going to do my laundry where they do theirs. You know what I mean? Especially during the winter. I don't mind, man. You couldn't pay me to put my laundry where some of these people do their laundry. I'm good. You know what I mean? Yeah. I live in the hood. Some of these cats ain't real clean. I'm pretty sure some of them, Anyways, I just ain't doing my laundry where they do theirs. Just not doing it. I will go to the laundromat and pay to do it every time somewhere different. Da, 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 2017. Yeah, I've never used this laundromat here just because we live in the hood. Some of these cats probably, I don't know. Just not doing my laundry where they do theirs. Just not. It's not a thing. That's not a thing that's happening. Dun, 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 dun. Meanwhile, Furry, the rest of y'all, look, we got 5 in here right now. What we need you to do is make sure that you start leaving comments after the video. That helps the algorithm. See, we're going to have to go back to stage 1 of when we started growing a YouTube channel. Okay, y'all? Remember, leaving comments after the video is very important. Also, that makes you on the good list with Santa Claus or with JC Stacker. Because like Santa Claus, I'm making a fucking list and I'm checking it twice. And if you're not active in this channel, you are going to probably be on the list of people that's going to be banned. Just saying. So leaving comments, talking in the chat, those kind of things help. That way we know it's you that hit a thumbs up and we know not to block you. If you're not active, we're going to assume that you're one of the, 2,000, 3,000 some people that we are fixing to ban. Just saying. We're gonna have to go back to doing it like we did when we were trying to grow the channel. Because here's the other option, and that is me creating a second channel, which is based for people on other platforms to actually have a good experience on YouTube. I want you all to get to be a part of that experience. So whether or not we do that on this channel, or if we have to start a whole new channel based off of what is real in this world, which is coins, silver, and gold, and currency. And yeah, we're not going to be a part of some craziness. We're done with all of that. We've been the whistleblower and told y'all you were being scammed and told you when you were being scammed and blew the whistle on all that. And it was up to you to continue to be a part of it and to feed that beast. But choices have been made, and I made mine. So I'm going to need you all to step up, be adults, and do the right thing. Hopefully we see them subscriber numbers go down within the next week quite a bit. I'm hoping. If not, then we're going to step in and start banning people. That's a fact. Actually, we'll probably start banning people this evening, but I'll start with the ones that I really don't like and that I don't care to have in the channel anymore at all, that for whatever reason are still subscribed to me. It makes no sense at all, but Dun, 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 dun. I always thought that there was a cool looking coin, even though it's California. The man on the mountain. Leave a comment, MJ says. Or don't leave a comment. That's completely up to you. Whether or not you want to get to see content in the future. Or, yeah. What's the difference between banning someone and hiding them? I'm trying to understand that. because YouTube gave me the option of both. So I'm trying to understand the difference. I guess I'm just confused. I didn't know there was a difference, but apparently there's a difference on YouTube between banning someone and hiding them. So, yeah. Meanwhile, I don't want to hide them. I want to get rid of them. So, I guess I'm more on the banning side of things than I am on the hiding. I've never been a hider. I've always been wide open. You can block or hide them. I know, that's what I'm saying. But see, yeah. But there's a difference, right? Like if I block them, then they can't see the show. If I hide them, they can. Block means they can't comment. Okay, what does hide mean? What does that mean? Hide means that what? I just can't see them, or they just can't be seen, or they can't see the show. Just curious. See now, whatnot, if I banned you, you can't even look at my show. You know what I mean? You can't look me up to see my show. So I wish YouTube was that way. It would make it easier to clean the trash out for sure. Bicentennial quarter. Keep that one. All right, y'all. So far we found 2 bicentennial quarters, 2 bicentennial $50. Not a great search so far today. These are not great finds that we're making for whatever reason. And I'm at the bank like almost every day for certain. And Miss MJ went to the bank for me too and got the black rolls of $50. My bank. My own bank. They're just not real good about getting coins. No. Hiding means they can't use your videos into clips and can't see comments. Okay. Okay, so hiding might be a better idea. Can they make comments in the chat when you hide them? No. That might be a better idea. I'm gonna hide half of freaking YouTube. Watch. I ain't got abandons. I'm gonna hide y'all to where I don't have to see you no more. Is that how that works? Does it work both ways? If I hide them, can I not see them also? That's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to have to put out my own eyes not to have to see the craziness in this programming. Oh, they can make comments. I just can't see their comments. Well, that ain't gonna do no good now, is it? Huh. Well, wish they'd all just be adults and unsubscribe. That'd be awesome. You know what I mean? We need to put out a bolo and be like, won't you all be adults and just unsubscribe from the channel if you do not follow and you don't watch the content anymore and you don't leave a thumbs up and you don't leave a comment. Just be adults and unsubscribe. It's simple. I'm going to make more shorts about it. I'm going to make more videos about it until everybody gets the idea. Until one day I can go live and not even have to stress about it or think about it. I can just have a normal stream. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll have to talk about that. Oh my gosh, they got me again. I tell you what, there ain't not one time on these nickels that I don't get screwed. Look at that. Do you think that's a copper nickel? That'd be a real special copper nickel. I think it's probably a penny. I'll be danged. Maybe I was wrong. That is a whole nickel that has lost all of its nickel. Okay. That's a 1996 copper nickel. What happens when all of the nickel comes off the copper? That's it. That is somehow a copper nickel. Only part of it's nickel. The rest of it's copper. So much so that I thought it was a penny. Huh. Interesting. Well, Furry, I can barely read the chat. Upside down, girl. So you'll have to help me out with that and some messaging. Look, it looks like a nice looking, big gash in his face. Dadgummit. Semi-keto. Well, Furry, do you still travel around the YouTube channels a little bit? You could probably put the word out there. Meanwhile, oh my goodness, look at that. 1943. Is that a war nickel? Did we just find silver? I think so. It's a little ugly, but I believe we're going to have a mint mark up here somewhere. Right there. There it is. I believe we got a Denver war nickel. What a dang. Hold on, let me, don't do this at home, kids. Maybe not. And maybe not. Maybe it's not a war nickel. Oh, it's a 48, not a 43. Booger. Tricked us. It tricked us. Man. Tricky Dicky. Oh, wow. I missed a lot of comments. Close, but no cigar. I know, right? Daggone, man. I tried to make it a war nickel. It just wasn't changing. It was like, no, sir. You can't make me be a D. I'm not nothing. I'm still amazed at this one right here that's mostly copper. That's real different, ain't it? Furry says, be right back. Don't be gone too long, Furry. I'm about done, girl. I've been up here for over an hour. I have just had a procedure done a couple of days ago, so I can't be in the same position too long. Still not completely good yet. That's okay. I'm glad you came in. I appreciate you. Like, I'm going to search one more row of quarters. One more row of quarters. And, yeah. I actually thought I had more coins in this, but I guess not. That's okay. Oh, I searched some on Whatnot last night. That's why. Forget about doing coin rollings on Whatnot. Okay. Oh, well, hopefully they let you know something. That does not sound like fun, I swear. Pray we could get some good news. Bison been in the quarter. $92. Well, I bet I spent forever, it felt like, on the phone with Mad Cow the other day. Me and him had a good conversation. I'm glad he's doing well. Bicentennial quarter again. Yay. We'll take those all day. There's 23. No good. No good. No good. No good. No good. Come on now. Denver, Philadelphia. Look at that tree. Huh. You see that tree? Don't eat the food at Captain D's. Uh-oh, what happened? Who said that? What's wrong with the food at Captain D's? I don't know. I don't eat there. I don't even think we got a Captain D's. I don't know. Is that where you're working right now, Captain D's? Is that what you're trying to say? Furry's like, don't eat the food there. Furry, why don't we eat the food at Captain D's? Let me find out. Is it made out of Ninja Turtles? Let me find out. We're eating Ninja Turtle meat. Alright, I think that's enough change to do my laundry. I hope, I think. There, I'll put some more quarters in there just because I can never get enough quarters to do laundry because, well, I like clean clothes. I like clean clothes. We don't have it. There you go. There you go. See? Cholesterol and sugar. Cholesterol and sugar is bad everywhere. It don't matter where you go to eat. It's all bad. Ain't no good out there when it comes to the food we are eating, y'all. No good, you hear me? Yucky. All right, y'all. Remember this. God loves you. I appreciate you. I want y'all to know I appreciate you coming in. Thank you very much. Do yourselves and me a favor. Leave a comment after the video, please. Do that for each other when you make videos. It actually helps the algorithm. It helps the channel. It helps it to where y'all know that we're alert. Also, go in and make sure you ring your bells. All right, y'all. Thank you. Hope y'all have a great day. Remember this. I want you to keep your heads up, your feet down, keep reaching for them stars, and keep stacking that silver and gold. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.